Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Bourbon Hang. It is Thursday night. I am ready for the weekend. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Let me know what's in your glass. What are you guys drinking tonight? I'll let you guys know I'm warming up with a little Penelope Tokai. I can't remember who sent me this sample. I think this is a rye. So I'll tell you guys, tasting it reminds me a lot of the Starlight rye that was finished in Tokai. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Tokai is a Hungarian like sweet wine, and you can tell, man, this is actually really nice. Tons of pears, like green apples, um, maybe some grapes, a lot of those like lighter fruits. And then it's really balanced well with the oak. This is a great sample. Whoever sent me this, if you're watching and you sent me this, let me know. Also, if you can hear me okay, let me know. And then I will be saying hey to everybody. Uh, gonna let you guys know I did not stream last week because I was on vacation, and then we had a really close friend to us pass away. I'll get into all that. I'm going to try to keep it as upbeat tonight as possible. I almost didn't go live tonight, but I knew you guys would make me feel better. So I want to talk a couple things. Okay, what's up, Brian? Kim's in the house. What's up, Kim? Mark, how's it going? Everybody can hear just fine. All right. Let me give you a quick rundown of what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to take you guys through the bourbons I'm hunting. I'm going to do a new segment every live stream on what bourbons I'll be hunting for that month. And then maybe the next month, give you guys an update on which ones I found and wasn't able to find. Um, and then we're going to do 4 to 6. It depends on how the night goes, bourbon battles along the way. And $5 super chats tonight. We're giving away a bottle of the Barrels for Hope Middle West Pumpernickel Rye. I had an extra bottle, and I'm going to give that away tonight. So $5 super chats will get you into that. That rye is fantastic, guys. It rivals Jack Daniel's barrel proof, single barrel proof rye, in my opinion. It is just fantastic. And then another person will give a flight of tonight's samples too. So you could go back and watch this and do your own bourbon battles if you want. So guess we'll get in. Let's get into the rough stuff first. So, you guys know my wife was diagnosed with cancer a couple years ago. She's doing great. She fully recovered. One of our friends, her name is Kim Pilashowski, was diagnosed with cancer probably a year before my wife, may have been 2 years before my wife, and then she had beat it, or we thought she had beat it. And then my wife's diagnosed with cancer, and Kim was just amazing to us. Her husband was friends of my wife's family, and she rushed to help my wife and be there for her, and was just, she's just an amazing human being. But we got a call or saw a post, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago now, saying that she had decided to move into hospice. And so they brought her home, and then they had a celebration of life parade, like the day after they brought her home. So we did that. So we got to see her and wave to her. And then, not even 36 hours later, she passed away. We had no idea. We knew it was going to be fast. We didn't know it was going to be that fast. So, anyway, very, very sad thing. The only reason I mentioned that on the stream tonight, guys, is because one of the first videos I did when I started the channel was about memory bottles. And for those that don't know, I ran, and again, I'm going to say hey to all you guys in the chat. So thanks for chiming in and saying hey. One of the first one of the first videos I did, don't go back and watch it. It's horrible. In fact, I probably need to redo it. Was about memory bottles. And I had started doing, I had, thankfully, up until this weekend, I had only had to do one memory bottle, and I'll show you guys that. So this is a memory bottle. I ran a fitness group years ago. You wouldn't know it by looking at me, but but I ran a fitness group that had a couple thousand people in it. and was in Men's Fitness magazine and filmed for P90X infomercials and all that kind of stuff. And we developed this group of people, this community family, really, of people online. And Patty was one of those people I met through just helping people with health and fitness online. She was an amazing person, just super positive, helped everybody, probably helped other people more than she helped herself. She's just a very inspirational person to me. She passed away of cancer. So anyway, I created this bottle. This was October 23rd of, is that 19 or 17? I can't tell if that's 19 or 17. It's been a while anyway. Um, and the reason I created this memory bottle for her was just because this bottle was produced near where she was from. It's not my favorite bottle, but every year on October 23rd, I have a pour of it and remember Patty. And so I'm going to do the same thing with this bottle of Hard Truth because Kim was the sweetest person in the world. So this is a way I can just, I don't want to ever forget those people that were an inspiration to me. And she was amazing to my wife and I when my wife was going through some hard times. So we have her visitation tomorrow and funeral Friday. So like I said, almost didn't do this stream, but I knew you guys would cheer me up. So, so anyway, the week before that, we were on vacation and we went to North Carolina to see my daughter, which again is why we didn't live stream. And oh my gosh, we just had an amazing time visiting with the kids. I love my crew so much. And I wanted to share with you guys, this will, yeah, I see some of you guys saying fuck cancer. Yeah, for sure. Fuck cancer. Really, really tough, man. It sucks. But I wanted to share some videos with you guys, 3 videos from my family trip. If I can do this right, that'll hopefully get me laughing, get you guys laughing. I don't want to bring down the stream. So let's see. All right, let me see if I can do this. So if you guys have ever done or seen, there's like a viral trend going on. I don't have TikTok, but I saw it on Facebook of paint your partner nights. We decided as a housewarming gift for my daughter to bring canvases and paint each other. And oh my gosh, it is the funniest thing. If you guys have not done this with your family, you need to do it. It is just nonstop laughs. And it's just a great time to sit down and enjoy your family. So I'll share 3 of these with you guys. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, if you are friends with me, you've seen it. But if not, I think you guys will like this. So here's the first one. This first one is my youngest daughter and her boyfriend. All right. Are you ready?
Not really.
All right. This is Lexi's housewarming gift. We're all here. We did paintings. What's up, David? All right. You revealed Matthias first. Oh, okay. Now Matthias has to hold it next to him. I think that's the thing. I love it. Okay. Matthias. Oh, wait. I think you're just supposed to hand it to Kendall.
And then no, just turn it around. So
okay. All right. I told you. Okay, now let Kendall hold it next to her face. I don't know how that. Now you gotta get it closer, Kendall. That is a masterpiece.
Those eyes are off the chart.
That is unbelievable. Okay, so that was the first one. Oh my gosh. I don't know. So my daughter, for those that don't know, is at U of I. She's a graphic design major. She's supposed to be the artist of the family. We were sure that hers was going to be good and the rest of ours was going to be awful. She said she's horrible with that kind of stuff, so she wasn't expecting to do that well. I still thought hers was good, but I had no clue that her boyfriend, who's an engineer of all things at U of I, was going to come up with that. So yeah, we were cracking up over that. So then, so this is my daughter who we went to visit. Let me see here. Get this off and go to the next one. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm
Right?
nice the frisbee
Really good.
Okay, you gotta hold it next to you.
To David?
Yeah, no, yeah. Give it to David.
I don't know
so
how
we
to
can
get
go
rid of
next.
my eyes or mouth and every feature of my
That's
body.
so good.
That's awesome. All right, that's perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Now
Here's
we
the
show
real one.
Lexi's.
It's really good. It's really good.
Wait, it's not one artist that thinks like that. It's actually not bad.
All right, you gotta hold it next to you.
Wow.
That's amazing.
The rosacea.
That's ridiculous.
Wow. That's amazing.
I had no
I take it all back.
so oh my gosh, my son-in-law is such a nut. So he's in the Marines of all things. My daughter is a second grade teacher's assistant and finishing her bachelor's degree in education. So again, I would have assumed that my daughter was going to do better than him. And then he pulls out this Picasso painting of her, and he even does, like, my daughter has rosacea, and he even does her rosacea abstract. I mean, I was laughing so hard. All right, so so, so here's mine and my wife's. Let me get to it here. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Gotta pause it here. All right, brace yourselves. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. It's so cute.
That is
what,
fun.
what am I drinking?
Yeah. You gotta put it by your face.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love the.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I love it.
Okay,
Oh,
are you ready?
We're all ready.
You ready?
Oh my god, I did not see it.
I tried hard. Here, hold it. That's a dead ringer. Look at that. I even put dots on your skirt. I gave you earrings. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Too funny. Oh, gosh. That made me laugh. All right. So, anyway, I know we're talking about whiskey, but I thought you guys might enjoy that. So, let me get to your comments here. I think I said hey to Kim. What's up, Kim? Brian Rasky's in the house. Let's see. At Mark Kim got the Green River sample. Oh, nice. I want to try that Green River cash strength everybody's talking about. Gary, what's up, buddy? Cheers. Prayers for your friend. Thank you, man. Ed Young, fuck cancer. No other way to say it. Yeah, it's a bummer. Thank you, Chad. Gary said, Dark Arts, Barrels for Hope, Sherry Wine, cask in my glass. Man, that bottle, I'm almost gone with mine. I'm going to taste it. We're going to do a bourbon battle with it tonight against Helldiver, Found North's Helldiver. So we'll see how that goes. Paul, love the memory bottle idea. Sorry about the loss. Always remember the great times. That's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, so funny. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if you guys like that, but I thought I'd share it anyway. Let's see. I'm nervous. It's gotten such high praise. Oh, maybe you're talking about the Green River. Paul, I know this makes me sound old, but there's little in life that warms my heart more than seeing my family laughing. Yeah, dude, that's exactly right, man. It's the whole weekend was just perfect. We had such a great time, and the cherry on top for me was, I've pretty much been self-employed for 12, 14 years, something like that. So every vacation I went on, you know, the only thing I could really think of is I was losing money every day, and try to enjoy myself. But now that I work for the University of Illinois, that was the first paid vacation I'd had in so long, and it made it so nice. It was just wonderful. So, uh, top dog, what's up, buddy? Cheers, all just tuning in. I'm laughing already. Oh shoot, man, that was so much fun. If you guys haven't done that with your family, you should do it. I mean, they're gonna be horrible. At least I thought all of ours were gonna be horrible. But oh my gosh, my son-in-law and my daughter's boyfriend just they crushed it. And I don't know I don't know where the hell that came from. All right. So, and then again, like if you guys ever you know, lose someone special to you, memory bottles I think are a great idea. All right. A couple things before we get into bourbon hunting video. I'll tell you guys what I'm hunting this month. Um let's see. Oh, let me put this on there for you guys. We'll get that going. $5 super chat drawing tonight for the Barrels for Hope Middle West Pumpernickel Rye, and then a sample flight for someone else of everything I'm tasting tonight. So, we have our Barrels for Hope year end event that's coming up in let's see, 6 less than 6 weeks now, maybe about 5 weeks, which is crazy to say. There are still a few tickets left. Fred Minnick is going to be there. Jason C is emceeing. Bernie Lubbers with Heaven Hill will be there. We're doing a barrel pick with all 100 people that are going to be at the year-end event at Starlight. We're taking over Starlight for a day. We've got the Hyatt in Louisville. We've got dinner, lunches, everything, bottle shares. We're going to Bourbon Pursuit. We're having cocktail parties. It's going to be amazing. Kim Schwartz, who was at least in the chat, I don't know if she's still here, but she's our event planner with Barrels for Hope. And oh my gosh, I cannot thank her enough. She has just knocked it out of the park. And everybody that goes there, we've got some other surprises, but if you're coming to the year-end event, you're going to be very happy. You can just go to barrelsforhope.com. Since we have like 6 tickets left, we just open it up to anybody, even if you're not a Barrels for Hope member. And again, this is a organization that's just barely over a year old, and we're all meeting for the first time. I mean, some of us have met on barrel picks, but a lot of us are meeting for the first time at this event. So you won't feel left out if you're going there. But it's going to be an amazing time. We're donating $40,000 to charity. I'm just really looking forward to it. So if you're interested about it, you can message me. Happy to answer any questions. If you think you might want to go, just go to barrelsforhope.com. There's an events link, and then you'll see the Barrels for Hope year-end event. Click that. You can read all about it. What else? We've got our Four Roses pick. I hope is coming in shortly, but you never know. We were hoping sometime in May or June, and we were hoping to have it at the year-end event. I don't know if that's going to happen, but our Four Roses pick has been done, and we're excited for it to be bottled and get it to you guys. We did do the Elijah Craig barrel proof pick. It went really well. And we selected a barrel from the Bernheim warehouse, which I guess I can't remember if it was 1% or 10% of Elijah Craig barrel proof picks. I think it was 1% of Elijah Craig barrel proof picks are from the Bernheim warehouse. So we picked a really interesting, unique barrel, which is really cool. And then we've got Ben Holiday coming up. We're doing a barrel proof Ben Holiday pick. So that's really exciting. And then, we're trying to line some more up. We're working on a lot more for you guys. Oh, and we did nail down Knob Creek Bourbon. We're doing a Knob Creek Bourbon pick as well. So if you're in Barrels for Hope, you're getting all the good picks, man. That Penelope Tokai is really good. All right, let's see. All right, Paul P. Let me keep track of these. I'm not a big enough channel that I have people do this for me or need people to do this for me. Ed Young, I got you down, buddy. Thank you guys for the super chats. Really, I just use those to help pay for shipping because it's anytime I send out samples, it feels like it's $20 just to send out samples. So, yeah, not looking to make money, just looking to get my shipping paid for, and then get you guys some cool stuff on these live streams. Let's see. You guys drinking anything good tonight? All right. Let's move in to this new segment. I even have a video and everything. It's like an intro video. It's nothing special. But let's talk about what I'm going to be hunting in June. All right. The first bottle. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. I haven't been watching a lot of Whiskey Tube, so I don't know if anybody's been talking about it or not. But it interests me. And it's going to surprise you guys because this comes from a craft distillery, but I'm very interested in it. So it is this collaboration that Few did with Smashing Pumpkins. So Few Spirits is a craft distillery out of Illinois. I've had some of their stuff, and it's tasted a little young and a little crafty. It's got that kind of like fresh cut 2x4 note and kind of grain forwardness to it. But I haven't had it in years, so I'm very interested. But this is a collaboration they did with Smashing Pumpkins. Comes in at like 93 proof. It's their straight bourbon whiskey, which I think is like 75% corn. And then they cut it with Madame Zuzu's Midnight Rose Tea, which I guess is a tea company or tea that is owned by Smashing Pumpkins, or maybe Billy Corgan with Smashing Pumpkins or something. So very, very interesting. Now, do I think it's going to be good? I have my doubts. I really doubt that it's going to be that good, but I'm so intrigued to taste this because I think those two things would pair really well. It's just how young is the whiskey going to taste? How thin is it going to be? I don't know. I'm interested to know, am I the only one that's going to be hunting that? Does that sound interesting to you guys, or does it sound really gross? The label and the bottle is a home run for me as a marketing guy. I think they absolutely killed it. And Few Spirits did one with Alice in Chains a couple years ago, and I never tasted that. I wasn't intrigued by that, but I am intrigued by this. So interesting to see what it tastes like. Let's see. Ed Young, Barrels for Hope won't be upset with that EC pick. It was fire. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see. Paul, after year one, the Barrels for Hope pick teams have proven their palates are stellar. You all have had some amazing picks. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate that. When I came up, or Josh and I started spitballing the idea of Barrels for Hope, I knew with me, Josh, Dusty Dan, and Joe, I knew we were just gonna bring you guys amazing barrels. So they all have great palates. So yeah, Paul says, love the artwork. Whiskey with tea in it, hard pass for me. I get it, man. I'm intrigued by it though. It's interesting. So I don't know. As much as I'm not like a fan of super finished things, I don't know why it makes no sense why that bottle intrigues me. Other than when I was in college, I was a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan. So, all right, let's see. This next one I'm going to be on the hunt for. You guys have already been talking about Green River a little bit, but Green River Foolproof. And the best thing about this is the first two that I'm mentioning are $50. So Green River coming out with, 117.3 proof bourbon for $50. And the Green River regular offerings are fantastic for the price. So to get a barrel proof or full proof at $50, I'm in on that. I want to find it. And I haven't seen any reviews on it, so I don't know if you guys have had it. I think it's hitting shelves, so I'm curious to know if any of you guys have had it, and if you have, how is it? I probably shouldn't be drinking this finished bourbon before I reveal what our first bourbon battle is here in a minute, but let's see. Bourbon and Balls, what's up? Cheers, man. Nice logo. Mike B, I got you down, buddy. I got you down. Oh, also, I was gonna say, oh, where's my notes? The Mike that won the flight last week, that's going out. That's probably going out. I might be able to get that out tomorrow. I had to order more sample bottles, so let's see. All right, we got Mike B and Top Dogs in for the drawing. All right. Whiskey Eats, what's up? Cheers. Paul Jason C put his review out. I haven't watched it. I'll have to go watch it. I haven't seen it yet. So I really try not to watch other people's reviews until I taste it. So I don't want to be influenced. I like to see how mad people get at me when my opinion differs. All right, let's see. Next one that I'm hunting in June is Knob Creek 10-year rye for $70. So that's a good price for 10-year rye. Anything Knob Creek does, you guys have followed the channel long enough, you know I'm a huge Knob Creek fan. The Knob Creek 9-year single barrel, I think, is one of the underrated bottles that's on the market. Knob Year 12-year cash strength's one of my favorite bottles ever. I still have like a quarter of a bottle left. But their ryes are exceptional as well. So I am all in on that one, man. If I can find it, I will be getting it. 100 proof though, but that's okay. That's okay. So you guys be looking for that one. That's one I would love to find. Terry, haven't been a few fan. I do like Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, I'm the same, Terry. I haven't had anything of theirs that I even remotely liked. And I've never bought a bottle from them. And in fact, the only time I've tasted their stuff has been at like tastings where I didn't have to buy it. And I would love more than anything to support a distillery in Illinois. So I'm really intrigued by that. I don't think a lot of people are going to be. I think I'm very unique in that. So we'll see how it goes. Top Dog skipped the review. It's amazing. All right. Well, that's good to know, man. I mean, everything Green River has put out has been really good, I think. So, and affordable, like in a time of whiskey when everything's just so stupid expensive, man. I mean, I have not bought much whiskey this year, guys, and just haven't bought hardly anything. And just, I'm not going to spend all that money on bourbon. I say that. Don't look at the bar behind me. that may be the most hypocritical thing I've ever said. Whiskey Eats. I need to find that Knob Creek in my life. Yeah, I assume that one's gonna be. I think we'll be able to find that one. I think we will. All right, the last bottle that I'm hunting in June coming up. I don't think it's out yet. Maybe it is. I don't know. You guys tell me. Is Little Book. And again, this is another one. Like, I have not bought Little Books. I don't buy Booker's very much unless I hear that Booker's release is really good. But this is a blend of 18-year Kentucky straight bourbon, high rye bourbon, 11-year Kentucky straight rye, 7-year Kentucky straight rye malt whiskey, 5-year Kentucky straight rye whiskey, another 5-year, and then a 4-year straight rye whiskey. I'm all in on this one, guys. I think that is going to be an awesome bottle. But I could be wrong. I've had some really good Little Books, but they were I think 3 and 5 were some of my favorites. And then there was just a string of them that I haven't enjoyed. But that one, if I can find it around that price, I will probably get. That looks pretty good to me. So what do you guys think? Are you guys on the little book train? Let's see. Bourbon and Balls. Have to go back to Green River. Didn't enjoy it, but we'll go back. Yeah. So it just depends. Like if you're a higher proof bourbon guy, you like cash strength stuff, and you tried the Green River at, I think they were at 90 proof or whatever. You might not like it. I think you have to keep in mind with Green River, those bottles are like 25, $30. So, again, I think it's good whiskey for the price. It's good value whiskey. And then I've had a lot of single barrels that were phenomenal. And I think they do a lot of sourcing, and I've had some single barrels from some other companies that is Green River distillate that were just phenomenal. So, Mike B, it's a digital backdrop, right? Yeah, sure, Mike. Yeah, that's yeah, tell my wife that. Paul P says the little book's already out, supposed to be really solid. Nice. Gary, you know Booker wants. Yeah, I know Booker wants all the little books. That's I had what pick were we on? I think it was the Middle West pick. Booker and I had a flight of little books, and I think three was my favorite. I don't know if he's in here watching, but oh, Power Bourbon's in the house. What's up, TJ? I'll send you a sample if you can't find one. Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be great, dude. I'd love that. I'm going to be on the lookout, though. All right, that Penelope Tokai is pretty good. Paul P, little book at 150 is always a try before I buy for me. Yeah, I totally get that, Paul. In most cases, I would say the same. I don't know. Sometimes you just feel confident about a bottle. I feel confident that one's going to be pretty good. So, let's see what's Terry have to say here. I'll be hunting Narav's JD Tennessee whiskey pick. Yeah, I don't know when those were released, but man, I want one of those. Yeah. So Terry came to the last Barrels for Hope packaging party, and we tasted the A1 Jack Daniel's single barrel proof picks they did. Oh my God, both of them were fire. They were so good. The first one I had was probably the best Jack Daniel's barrel proof single barrel I've ever tasted. It was like banana nut bread. It was so delicious, man. So yeah, I will be hitting Narav up for those for sure. CPA whiskey. What's up, man? Good evening. Bourbon and Balls. That's the best Penelope lineup. Great pour. Yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it. All right, let's start these bourbon battles. Thank you guys for hanging with me tonight. It's great to talk to you. Already feeling better. So, the first one we've got. Let me show you what we're gonna do here tonight. So, the first battle, we're gonna do Elmer T. Lee against Evan Williams, 1783. Now, this might seem silly, but let me see here. There's B, there's A. This might seem silly, but I'm not the biggest fan of Elmer T. Lee. It just tastes okay to me. I know a lot of people love it and everybody hunts it. And then I am a fan. And I don't break this out very much because I just have so much good whiskey back there. And this is a, $20 bottle versus a $300 bottle on secondary, probably. So, the Elmer T. Lee should win, but this Evan Williams small batch has some older juice in it, and it is really good for $20. So before I get into the expensive stuff, I want to do I want to put a budget bottle in there that you guys could all find. So what I'm going to do is just mix these up. And again, I don't care which is which. I could care less if 1783 beats Elmer T. Lee for me. So now, will I be able to tell which is which? I would assume so, but I've been surprised by blinds before. So All right. So we're going to do glass 1 here, glass 2. So why don't I do this? I don't want to show the camera because I don't want to accidentally see what I'm looking at here. So what I'm interested in, what do you guys think will win? If you guys know my palate, what do you guys think will win this bourbon battle? Paul, Elmer T. Lee is still one of my most overrated bottles, but I'm not a big fan of 1783 either. So tough call. Yeah. So Paul, have you had the latest version of it? Because they, the Heaven Hill rep that I know said they started putting older juice. They start blending a little bit of older juice in the 1783 once they did the label switch. And I believe you could tell. So I tell you guys, I can't tell the difference on the nose. Glass 1 smells a little bit more oak forward, and glass 2 is a little bit more on the fruity side on the nose. Oh, just in case people tune in late. There we go. So people know what we're tasting here. Ray, I got you, buddy. I see your super chat. Got you down. You guys have good odds of winning a $80 bottle tonight. Not many people in the super chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one person's going to win a bottle, the other's going to win a flight. So great odds. I think if I had to give the nose to one, glass 2 wins on the nose, but it's really close. It's not far. And both noses I really like for, one of these being a $20 bottle that's in here. It's really good. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see when I take a sip, but glass A is the Elmer T. Lee. Glass B is the 1783. The stickers on the bottom of the glass, you might be able to see. So that's just very caramel forward. 490 proof. The oak comes through, but it's not overly oaked. It's just, that's crushable. Nothing wrong with glass 1, but not very complex at all. It's got your caramel, your brown sugar, your typical bourbon notes. Nothing standing out, but nothing bad either. Whatever glass 1 was, that is a great pour for somebody just getting into bourbon, I feel like. So, glass 2. Glass 2, more honey, more fruit, more like apples almost. And almost like a sweet and sour kind of note to it as well, coming off of glass 1. All right, let me see who else. I got some more super chats I got to catch up on. Brian Rasky in the super chat. What's up, Brian? Miss you, buddy. You're doing well. And Dan Marsh. Dan, what's up, dude? Dan's an old fraternity brother. Good guy, man. Hope you're doing well, Dan. Hope the family's doing well. Tell Sarah and the kids, hey. All right, I'm going to start with the second glass first and then back to the first and see if that kind of sweet sour note's still there. It is still there. It is definitely more layered and complex than glass 1. What I'm having a hard time with is which one would I be drinking more of? And glass 1 after coming off glass 2, there's a little bit of nuttiness coming through on glass 1. but it's still got that caramel, vanilla, a little bit of brown sugar. It's just more your darker notes, and glass 2 is more of your lighter fruit kind of notes. So by the descriptors, I'm pretty positive which glass is which. I'm just trying to figure out which one I would rather drink on a nightly basis. And I don't know yet. They're not that far apart. Let me take one more sip of each and see what we got here. Man, if you want a smooth caramel bomb, glass 1 is it. If you want a whiskey that doesn't fight you, that's just super easy to drink, man, that is a great beginner whiskey. Yeah, I mean, glass 2 is definitely going to win for me. But glass 1, again, I've been drinking bourbon for 5 or 6 years now. So I want something a little bit more complex, something that has a longer finish. Glass 2 kills glass 1 in those areas. However, if I'm giving bourbon to somebody who's just having their first couple sips, I am going with glass 1. Glass 1 is fantastic. Nothing wrong with it. So glass 2 wins. And if I had to guess, I'm going to say glass 2 is A, which is Elmer T. Lee. So see if I can show that to you guys. And it is. Let's see. Glass A. So glass A is Elmer T. Lee. I mean, I'm not shocked by that, but it's so crazy. Is it $280 better? And it's not. So don't pay secondary prices for Elmer T. Lee. It's crazy. It's a good $40, $50 whiskey, but that's it. I mean, does it look good on your shelf? Sure, but who cares? If you're not going to drink it. I never drink Elmer T. Lee, man. I just give it to people that come over who are impressed by it. Okay, after Dan. Oh, dang, bourbon balls. Thanks, buddy. I got you down. And CPA whiskey, I got you down. So usually, guys, if you're newer to my format, I try to keep these about an hour to an hour and a half. So I don't go for 2-3 hours like some channels. I still got to get up and work tomorrow. So, all right, let's get these out of the way. And we'll move to our second bourbon battle. Now, I've done this one before. So this will be interesting. All right. Bringing out some big dogs. All right, we're going to do Old Fitz 10 and Rebel 10. Now, as some of you may or may not know, basically same mash bill. Rebel is contract distilled by Heaven Hill, so same distillery. We're going to find out if Old Fitz 10 is worth the decanter, the price of the decanter. Which one's better? This will be a fun one because these kind of taste similar. Same mash bill, same distillery, same proof. So we're gonna make the Old Fitz decanter A. Have you guys ever done this blind? And we're gonna make the Rebel 10B. So let me make sure I got these right. There's A. There's B. Bourbon and Balls agree with Evan Williams BIB. Guess is your guess was glass 1 was Elmer T. Lee. Nope. Glass 2 was A was, but my glass 2 was Elmer T. Lee. It's gonna get confusing. Mr. Jiggs is here. What's up, dude? Cheers, buddy. All right. let's pour the second bourbon battle. Let me get this off here too. Brand. Oh, nope. That's one coming up. All right. Now, there is no prettier bottle than the Old Fitz decanters. And I don't know if you guys heard, but Rebel 10, and I think this Rebel 10 is actually some of these Rebel 10s, I think because they don't want to pay to change the label, they keep them at 10, even if they're like 13 years or over 10 years. And this one was like a 12, almost 13 year single barrel. And they're getting ready to release more batches of those. So I'm excited for that. All right, let's mix these up. Let's see. David, what's up, dude? Cheers, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in for the drawing tonight. If you haven't heard, you're going to get this bottle, which is our Middle West Dark Pumpernickel Rye, which is one of my favorite picks we've done. It's absolutely beautiful. Rivals Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye for me. For a lot of people, actually, we've had some even other channels review this and absolutely go nuts over it. If you haven't heard of Middle West Spirits, you guys need to check them out, man. They're out of Ohio. This is 124.48 proof. It's a pick that I was on that we did with Barrels for Hope. And it's just a gorgeous bottle that's going to blow your mind. Dark Pumpernickel Rye. All right, here we go. Bourbon Flight, Bourbon Battle 2. So we got glass 1, glass 2. All right. Oh, man. Now we're talking, guys. Getting into the good stuff now. This is caramel, some like butterscotch notes in there. Yeah. Oh, man. Gorgeous. Both of these are weeders. So this first glass, very soft on the palate, absolutely crushable. You could get away. You could drink a whole bottle of that in a night if you weren't careful. It's just so crushable. But it has those butterscotch caramel, little bit of like, I don't know, there's like a buttery texture to it. It's really nice, whatever glass 1 is. Little bit of nuttiness to it. I'm waiting for the finish to stop. It's got a good finish on it for 100 proof. Let's see. Paul, nice. Love this head to head. I never see either around here. Yeah. Rebel 10 is kind of hit and miss. When I get an Old Fitz decanter, it's because I get a call from a manager. I mean, I've never seen them on a shelf. So this is going to be tough, man. I'll tell you guys this. They're so close that you should never pay. Now, there's a huge caveat to this, okay? Because this is Old Fitz 10. This is the spring of 2023 bottle. Now, I just had the Old Fitz 13. Would blow both of these out of the water. Okay. So Old Fitz is one of those where I've had an Old Fitz 8 that was okay. This Old Fitz 10 that's in here is good, but it's not marginally better than Rebel 10. And I would pick Rebel 10 probably. I don't know is which of these. I'll tell you my guesses afterwards, but it's going to be I'll be lucky if I'm right. It doesn't really stand out. These two are so close. And for the money, it's the Rebel 10. I think there's a little more nuttiness in glass 1 than glass 2. But the finish is, I think, better on glass 1. Mm. I I take that back. I don't know if the finish is better on glass 1. Glass 2 is finishing forever now. I mean, the finish on both of these is really good for 100 proof. Man. Glass 2 might have just taken the lead for me there. Mm. Now, neither of these neither of these are super complex, but what's there is great. I always say, I don't have to have a whiskey that's complex to be good. Um, if it has one note that's really, really good, then I'm fine with it. Like uh, I can eat one of those caramels, and if it's just a beautiful buttery caramel, then I'm happy. And that's kind of what I would put these as. Like they're just really good 2-3 note whiskeys, but they have a good finish and really good viscosity for the 100 proof. They're both beautiful. CPA whiskey. Wait, I'm a penny short. $5. You're good, dude. Don't worry about it. You're good. Uh, yeah, I think Paul's right. I think it's an Apple thing. Bourbon and balls. What would be your best pour out of Lux Row? So Lux Row, their double barreled stuff is fantastic that I've had. I haven't had this year's, but um, there's been a couple years where I absolutely love their double barreled stuff. Um, so that would probably be my pick. But Rebel 10 is for the money. Rebel 10's fantastic. You're paying $10 a year, so it's about $100 for Rebel 10. Um, if we're going, they're really the Heaven Hill contract distills their stuff or did. I don't know if they still do, but they definitely did. And so I know this Rebel 10 is from Heaven Hill contract still. If we're talking Heaven Hill, the best thing I've had from Heaven Hill is the William Heaven Hill bottles are just mind blowing. And then two of my favorite bottles of my life were Old Fitz 17 and Old Fitz 19. And I killed both of those bottles, but my God, the Old Fitz 17 and 19, I mean, I don't know if I've ever or will ever taste a better 100 proof whiskey. It's about as perfect as whiskey can get. So I knew this was going to be a close one, and it is. I'm having a hard time picking a winner on this one, guys, if that tells you anything. So I think I'm going to go with glass 1. I just like the flavors a little bit better. At least tonight. I'm going to go with glass 1. So let's see. Glass 1. This is the winner, and it is A, which is the Old Fitz. And if it tells you guys anything, that's A. A was the Old Fitz decanter. Yeah, it's just super beautiful. It's got a long finish, a great texture and mouthfeel. Now, do I think that is $150 whiskey? No. Would I be happy if I paid 85 for it? Yeah, I would. I think this Rebel 10 is about where it should be at the price point. They're both beautiful bottles, and the Rebel 10's a single barrel. So, this could just be a really, really good barrel of it. But every Rebel 10 I've had, I've really liked. Um, so Old Fitz wins, man. I'm going total tater here tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Elmer T. Lee and Old Fitz. Now I'll tell you, if I didn't tell you, if I was gonna guess, I would have guessed wrong. I thought I was drinking the Rebel 10 in my first glass, so I'd have been wrong on that one. But those are so close. Those are so close. So if you can't find, I think the moral of the story is if you can't find an Old Fitz 10, you might be able to find a Rebel 10, and it's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. All right. I'm super psyched about this next battle we got here. Let me switch this up. Nope, we're not doing that one. Not yet. Jack 12 and Wild Turkey 12. Two of my favorite bottles. Get these off here. Kind of impressed. I haven't spilt anything yet tonight, guys. All right. Make sure I got A and B. Nope. Okay. So here's what we got. We're labeling Wild Turkey 12-year. Now this is an international release, guys. But this is a perfect example of I traded a Weller CYPB I won in an auction for two of these. Now, did I lose on the value? Probably, but I know I'm going to drink this, and the Weller CYPB just okay to me. And this bottle is so good. So let's get a little bit of that. I'm going to have to drink all of these too, by the way, because they're just stupid good. All right. Battle 3. Rolling, guys. Oh, let me see. Got another super chat coming in. Gary. Oh, and then also one of our Patreon members, I pulled all the names from Patreon, guys. If you're in here from Whiskey Tornado Patreon, and I included your name, I'm going to do a drawing for a sample flight for you guys as well tonight. So I got Gary. Thank you, buddy. Cheers, man. All right, Paul P. Wowza, another great head-to-head. I'd go with Jack. I think that's what I'd say too, Paul. If I had to guess, that's what I'd say. Man, that Jack 12 is ridiculous. It's so good. Daniel says Wild Turkey all day, every day. We'll see. We'll see, Daniel. How are you, buddy? It's good to see you in here, man. That Wild Turkey 12 is so good, man. Both of these bottles. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at either one of them. Okay. I don't know which is which. Now, will I be able to tell? I don't know. Yes. I'm gonna try not to let that influence me. All right. Last one. That's just so, man. I'm telling you guys, I don't really need any other whiskeys in these two bottles right here. That was delicious. Go to glass 2. Glass 2 coming off glass 1, the nuttiness came through, and it actually tasted a little thin coming off glass 2, which is very interesting. I tell people this all the time. I don't think you should let a bourbon battle like this be the end all be all of whether a bourbon's better or not. Um, I think like sitting down with a whiskey and dissecting it, taking your time with it, is part of the equation. I think throwing it into blinds is part of the equation. I think having it in double blinds is part of the equation. And then you kind of determine where you rate that whiskey. I've had tons of whiskey that did not hold up in a flight well, but was fantastic when I sat down with it on its own. Wild Turkey Father and Sons is a perfect example of that. The proof is so low, if you put it in a flight, it doesn't hold up. And what you have before and after can influence how you taste a whiskey. So, I think you take these things like bourbon battles with a grain of salt, but they're a blast to do. They're so much fun to do just to see which one you prefer side by side, but it's not the end all be all of whether a whiskey is great or better or whatever. Yeah, that I wouldn't have said either of these was super nutty, but that is coming off nutty, whatever glass 2 is. And there is a bit of a cherry note on there that I like. It's a little bit dry on the finish. If I'm nitpicking, like I wouldn't complain about that. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. But it is a little bit dry on the finish if we're splitting hairs. Mm. Glass 1 destroys glass 2. It's not even, I don't even think it's close. I'm going to taste them one more time. Glass 1 is so rich and viscous for the proof. I mean, these are both 100 and 101 proof. Oh no, I'm sorry, 107. Jack Daniel's 107. The Wild Turkey is 101. I thought these were both 101 when I was setting this blind up. I should have known. But glass 1 is for the first this time. Let me taste one more time. Oh man, it is really rich. Has a good mouthfeel to it. They're both great, man. These are both good. Hmm. And I could go back and forth. I think I've got to go with the finish and the concentrated flavors on glass 1 just stand out a little bit more. I said it wasn't close. It is close. But glass 1 is my winner in this flight. After letting it sit and trying to sit here and digest these flavors. Golly, man, they're both gorgeous whiskeys though. So let's see. If I had to guess, I would guess this is the Jack Daniel's, but I could be wrong. B, Jack Daniel's 12. God, it's a good whiskey, man. Good grief. Yeah, it's Jack Daniel's 12 beats Wild Turkey 12 for me. It's so good. I've loved this bottle. I was so glad to get one. I don't know if you guys have had Jack Daniel's 12, but there's a cherry note in there now that I wasn't getting. It was that first time when I said I knew what it was, I just smelled like banana nut bread. So that's kind of what cued me into that was Jack. And then, usually when I sit down with Wild Turkey 12 on its own, the honey and the dark like Luxardo cherry notes that I often get in really well aged juice like Knob Creek, old Knob Creek store picks, Knob Creek Any of the Hardin's Creek 17 have that really dark, rich, like black cherry kind of note. I get that in the Wild Turkey 12, just muted because of the proof. And that wasn't coming out as much after having glass one. And more of the nuttiness and honey that I get in some Wild Turkey was coming through. But there was a little bit, I did write cherry down. So that cherry note was coming through, but not as strong as when I have it on its own, because the cherry note on glass one was so prevalent. So, yeah, man. That's good, though. Nick Reed, what's up, dude? All right, I got you down. Let's see, what do we got? Nick Reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we only got 11 in here, which is great. Good odds for you guys. We've got maybe 1, maybe 2 more bourbon fights here. Try to be done by 10 tonight. And then we'll do these drawings. So we're giving away one of my favorite picks we did all year, which is a Middle West Dark Pumpernickel Rye. So good. Whoever gets this bottle, if you haven't had it, you're going to lose your mind. You're going to go, what the hell? Why is nobody talking about this brand? It is that good. So you guys are going to love it. And then we're going to give away a flight of everything we've done tonight. So you get another person will get a pour of everything. So Jack Daniel's 12 bourbon of the year for me last year. Yeah, dude, you're not wrong. That's good shit, man. That Wild Turkey though is, god dang, it's good. Let me rinse out these glasses, and then we will go. This is gonna be the next 2 bourbon battles. These are personal for me. I'm putting a lot on the line on these next 2. We're gonna do the Barrels for Hope, Dark Arts Oloroso Sherry pick versus the Found North Helldiver pick, which everybody's raving about, which I thought was fine, but way overpriced. I am not as high on the Helldiver as everybody else was. We'll see though. When I taste them blind, you never know. Then we're going to do the Barrels for Hope Still Austin pick against 21090 Still Austin pick, which I have not tasted, and I can't remember. Somebody sent me a sample of theirs, so thank you to whoever did. But we'll also get 21090. If they're a great channel too. I love those guys. Let me catch up on some chats here. JD 10 or 12 is on my wish list. Yeah, go for the 12 CPA. If you can do it, there's a world of difference in the 2. The 12 is just fantastic. Wild Turkey 101, 12 struggles and blinds, but I love it on its own. Yeah, exactly. Walker, cheers, buddy. Man, thanks for the super chat. I got you in. Walker, this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. I apologize if you've been in here before, but welcome, my friend. It's good to have you. I can't wait for one of you to win this bottle of Middle West Pumpernickel Rye. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. Jack Daniel 12, not a bourbon, Tennessee whiskey. Yeah, okay. You believe what you want to believe, Daniel. I'm to the point in my life where when people want to argue, I go, you're right. It's fine. I don't care. I could give 2 shits. No, Daniel's a good guy. I think he's just trolling, but he might not be. You never know with Daniel. Yeah, I don't argue with people anymore. All right, let's see. Unless it's something I really care about, then I do. All right. Now, you guys want to know how much I love this Dark Arts pick we did with Barrels for Hope. I mean, now we did open this at the packing party. And these are just the most gorgeous bottles on the market. They're just, I mean, Macaulay with Dark Arts used to formerly be with Wilderness Trail. Their marketing department. I was talking to Macaulay at our pick, and he has a marketing degree as well. And I told him, I said, dude, your marketing is out of this world. I didn't know he had a marketing degree. So obviously they know what they're doing over there at Dark Arts. So, all right. So we're going to do Helldiver as A, Dark Arts as B. So that's A. That's B. What's the proof difference at? Maybe a big proof difference here because Found North doesn't proof their stuff down. I can't read it. Shit. This may be a stupid battle, but we're gonna do it anyway. This Dark Arts. So when we picked this, Macaulay is so good with picks, man. So we picked this Dark Arts bottle, and Macaulay comes in and he's got, I don't know, we tasted like 12, 14 barrels. So we tasted an unbelievable amount. But he's so good at adjusting the pick to where everybody's palate is. For instance, we tasted a bunch of 10.5-year MGP. We started tasting finished products. He brought us one single barrel that was MGP single barrel. That was a unique mash bill from them. That was 51% corn, 49% malted rye. And we fell in love with it. It was just gorgeous. And we were kind of leaning towards getting that barrel. And it wasn't one that was going to be sexy on paper. We knew, like, when we got it to the Barrels for Hope people, they weren't going to be super excited until they tasted it. And we were okay with that. That's the great thing about Barrels for Hope, is that the bottles are already sold. So we can just pick what we know tastes good, and then people just have to trust our palates. And so we were leaning towards that. And Macaulay said, if you like that, he goes, I have something in the back that's the same mash bill that I've been finishing in Oloroso sherry barrels. And we were like, well, I mean, bring that out. So he brought that out, and we were blown away, just absolutely blown away by the flavors. The Oloroso, first of all, you don't find a lot of Oloroso sherry, like Bill said on the pick. Like, you don't find a lot, and when you do, it's not well done. And this was one that you can tell Macaulay and Dark Arts, they're not doing what a lot of people are doing, which is taking young whiskey that may not be ready and covering up faults with flavoring from a secondary maturation process. Dark Arts is not doing that. They're taking very good barrels and finishing them. And this is one that, the Oloroso sherry just played so well with the mash bill of that 51% corn, 49% malted rye. It was just absolutely gorgeous. So when we found this barrel, it was awesome. I don't know if this is the case, but it feels like sometimes when we're there and they know we're a charity and that 100% of the profits are going to charity, they give us a little more leadway in finding barrels that are just right, that will blow your mind. And that's happened multiple places. So I don't know if that's the case, but it feels like that. So, which is very cool. Very cool. So, all right, here we go. Last one. Oh my God. Both of these smell so good. So Helldiver, guys, is sherry, cognac. I think it's sherry and cognac. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I'm not talking because I'm trying to let it sink in what I'm tasting. Glass one, very, very nice. Glass two, has this like cotton candy note to it. Definitely more astringent. Fights you a little bit more. Glass 1 was just beautifully balanced. Had kind of those like dark plum and raisin notes. And Glass 2, while it was nice and interesting, is drying on the palate. It's drying on the back of the palate. So, oh, Glass 1. I can't hide my bias on this one, guys. I know which one is better. You guys are going to think I'm biased, but it's not even close. It's Dark Arts does such a good job. I think the sherry is like 113. It's a 7-year. It's 111.6 proof. But it's just beautifully done. There's a beautiful balance between sweet and spicy. It's super crushable at that 111 proof. It's got these like bubblegum flavored notes, dark plums. It's beautiful, just a beautiful whiskey. I think would really pair good with cigars, but I don't smoke cigars. But I imagine if I did, that would be one that would be really good. Glass 2, I'm going to taste again. Glass 2 is just, it's not as good, man. It's just not. If I'm wrong, you guys are gonna laugh at me. But it's the thing I get on Found North all the time is this like kind of like Laffy Taffy, like vanilla fair Laffy Taffy note, kind of like cotton candy note. Very corn forward, and that is, and it's just it's hotter, and it's just not as delicate on the palate. It doesn't have as good of a texture to me. Yeah, I don't need to taste those again. Glass 1 is my winner, and thank God I was right, and that's B, which is Dark Arts. So Dark Arts, this is a $100 bottle versus $150 bottle, and it's not even close. You guys can take it for what it's worth because obviously I have a strong bias. I could really tell which one was which, but this Dark Arts pick's amazing. The Macaulay is doing great. If you see Dark Arts picks, I would buy them. They are a buy in my opinion. God, that's a freaking fantastic pick. Let me get caught up here. Walker, my first time watching live, but I've seen your videos. Oh, nice. I've had a few pumpernickel picks this year. They're all very good, but I'm hoping for the sample pack recently joining. Oh, nice, dude. Well, welcome, buddy. Welcome, man. You might win 2 sample packs tonight because you're in the I pulled all the Patreon names for my other drawing. So if you're a Patreon member, you're entered tonight. All right. This is the battle right here. I have no idea how this one will go. And I'm perfectly okay if I lose. I say I. Although I did help pick the Still Austin. So currently there are not many Texas distilleries that I enjoy. Still Austin is one. Very good. Nancy Fraley, the nose Nancy Fraley, has helped Still Austin and done just a remarkable job. What they're putting out is amazing stuff at the age it is. A lot of craft distilleries are putting out young stuff that tastes too corn forward, too grain forward, too much like fresh cut wood. I don't get any of that in Still Austin stuff, which is why we decided to do a pick with them for Barrels for Hope. The other Texas distillery I really like, which I'm in the minority of bourbon drinkers on this, is Balcones. I love their single malt. It's really good, but it's really unusual and they're high proof. So a lot of people do not like their stuff. It's not anything like you've tasted if you've only tasted bourbon and rye. I will warn you. Still Austin is closer to that. Now, the pick we did with Still Austin very butterscotch forward. So I'm very interested to taste 21090's pick and see if I get as many of those butterscotch notes and really kind of try to dissect these two because they sent us, let's see, we had 5 barrels to choose from. And it was a wild pick because one of the barrels, the nose was one of the best noses I've ever smelled on bourbon. And it just took a right turn on the palate, and it was not good. It was the best nose and the worst palate of the 5. It was really a weird barrel. But we had a couple really good barrels they sent us to choose from, and I was thrilled with it. Josh with Stuff and Whiskey did a flight of all our barrels for Hope picks, and he put our Still Austin pick number 2. That was behind Nashville Barrel Company and ahead of the Elijah Craig barrel proof picks we did. So Still Austin doing some amazing stuff. So hang on just a second. All right, so see our pretty Barrels for Hope sticker on there. My uncle designed the logo. Well, my uncle and I, we kind of went back and forth and designed the logo, and it turned out really good. So, okay. So A is going to be the Barrels for Hope pick. B is going to be the Still Austin 90 pick, or 21090 pick. And 21090 is they're members of Barrels for Hope also. So and I love the artwork on these Still Austin picks. It's just gorgeous. All right, mix these up and get caught up here on chat. Ray, anyone who is a Barrels for Hope member knows you're picking that dark arts. Don't matter what the other is. Let's see. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yep, you're right. I need to change the graphic. I didn't do that at all, did I? You know what? Oh, I didn't change that one. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. See, I need a producer, guys. I need somebody to sit there. I can't do it all. Some of these guys with super huge channels, man, I don't know how they do it. Well, they got wrenches usually that help them out. Mike B, Canada just can't hold a candle. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Found North is the best Canadian whiskey I've had, and we had what was his name? We had one of the owners on a while ago and I interviewed him. Great guy. Really nice guy. So but I have to be objective. I have to give you guys my honest opinion on stuff. And while it's good, that Helldiver at $150, I don't think is worth it. If it was 85, it would be worth it. I said it a couple weeks ago on a live stream. On paper, the numbers, it's definitely worth it. It's finished. It's got some really old whiskey in there. So on paper, it makes sense. But on the palate, I just don't think it's lives up to that $100, $150 whiskey. It's more like 85. Paul, I think we would have put money on you picking Dark Arts. That's fair. It's just better, man. It's just better. Mike B, I still have an unopened bottle of Chip Tate era Balcone single malt. Just never felt like pulling the cork. One day, I guess. Dude, that might be good, man. Mike, send me a sample if you open it. Balcone single malts are great. At least now they just merged. They were bought by who were they bought by? They were bought by one of the big guys. Can't remember who. And I don't know what I don't know how if their single malt still tastes the same. I don't know. I think the guy's name was Jared, was their master distiller and blender. I don't know if he still works for him. I haven't done much research on him lately, but what they were doing was fantastic. Did I verify? Shit. I don't know that I... Hang on, guys. I'm going to have to re-pour these. I don't know that I verified glass A was in front of A and B was in front of B. So give me just a second. I don't want to mess this up. So stupid. Okay. That was my bad. Let me rinse these out. So Still Austin is, let's see, how old is it? I think this was like 4-year stuff, which is just awesome, man. For the age or for the taste. Okay, I know I got A and B now. My bad. Let's pour these again. Let me get his comment off there. I think I checked those before, but I can't be certain. All righty. Last bourbon battle of the night. And I didn't make a graphic for this one because this was kind of like last minute. I saw that I had the sample. I can't remember who sent it to me. So the 21090 is 116. Oh, they're both 116. Barrel cask strength. So, man, are they the exact same proof? I don't think they do they release them all at 116? I don't know about that. Oh, okay. Let's see. CPA Still Austin color looks fabulous. It is fabulous. You're right. I mean, that's the thing with Texas though. And a lot of Texas distilleries I've had that I don't like, you can tell, man, it's just too much wood influence in a too short of a time, and it just makes it taste funky and really drying on the palate. And I don't know how Still Austin is avoiding that, but they really are. They're really doing beautiful things. So, all right, guys. Oh, was it Diageo that purchased Balcones? Man. Yeah, like I said, one of the big boys. All right, guys. While I do this, last chance to get into the flight. If you want to get in for $5 super chat, we're going to do a drawing for the Middle West Pumpernickel Rye bottle from Barrels for Hope. Whoever gets it it's gonna blow your mind. Again, I really think it rivals Jack Daniel's single barrel proof picks I've had. It's better than the Old Forester single barrel rye that I have. It's just so good. And a lot of people don't know who they are. And then we're going to do a flight. I'll send another person a flight of everything we did tonight. If you're a Patreon member, you can join for as low as $2 a month. You're automatically entered into this drawing tonight. So I want to do something for our Patreon members. So, all right, guys, here we go. I'm excited about this one. Even if I don't pick the Barrels for Hope, here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is amazing, man. This is like the nose on Still Austin. At least this first glass is like butterscotch. It's Werther's butterscotch. Those little things your grandma used to always have in a bowl in the center of the table. It's exactly what the nose is. Oh my gosh. Man. Oh, nose on that one is gorgeous. Two is really good too, but one, whatever glass one is on the nose wins. It just has more of that rich butterscotch. Two has the butterscotch, but it's a little more, the rye spice is coming through on the nose a little bit more than glass one. And for me, I'm a fat kid at heart, and one smells like a fat kid whiskey. And so one takes it on the nose for me, but they're both very beautiful noses. And you would never guess Texas whiskey on either of these. Oh my God. Glass one is. Son of a bitch, that's good. That might be one of the best 4-year whiskeys I've had. It's not, again, it's one of those whiskeys, and you wouldn't expect it to be at 4 years. It's not super complex. The texture is amazing. It is super velvety, and it's that butterscotch note. Again, it's something that I don't think has to be super complex. If you want a butterscotch note, that butterscotch note shines beautifully. There's nothing off-putting about glass one. Super well balanced, super viscous. Really, really nice. God, that's good. I hope that's a Barrels for Hope pick. No, 21090, those guys have great palates too. So, and you can only pick the best of what's sent to you. So, some barrel picks you go on, you can taste a lot. Like Starlight. If you go to Starlight picks, at least the ones I've been on, I mean, you can pretty much go through that entire barrel house. It's pretty amazing. It's a pretty amazing time. But then you go to like Buffalo Trace and you do a Weller Full Proof or a Weller Antique. You're only getting 4 barrels, and you have to pick the best of what they provided to you. Heaven Hill, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof used to be 3. Now it's kind of 4, I think. So it just depends. Still Austin sent us 5. So, you can only pick the best of what they send you or roll out. So. Man, Still Austin. Son of a bitch. That's good too. Man, that's good. I'm just letting it finish. It's the same thing. These are really close, man. These are closer. These two picks are closer than the any of the 4 other ones they sent us. The 4 picks they sent us from Still Austin, I mean, every barrel was a different animal. These are really, really close, which is cool. Not a bad one in the bunch, man. All right, I'm gonna go the second glass, then the first. It's so good, man. Did I get an extra Still Austin? I can't remember, but I need to be sipping on this bottle more. The glass 2 is just a little bit more astringent on the finish, but I think it might be more concentrated on the flavors. Man, that butterscotch on glass 1 just like hits your tongue, man. It just blossoms. It is really, really nice. I think I like glass 1 better than glass 2, but it's very, very close, guys. These are 2 great bottles. And, I wouldn't expect anything other than that from 2 Whiskey Tube channels. Actually, we have, with Barrels for Hope, you got Josh with Stuff and Whiskey, Dusty Dan, me, and Joe, who owns his own distillery now. We're on all our barrel picks together, so we have an amazing barrel pick team. So these are all fantastic, and 21090 knows what they're doing as well. So glass 2, I think glass 2 is a little bit something in there I cannot put my finger on that is a little bit different. I need more time with it. And I think I'm going to put glass 2 behind glass 1 just because it's a little more astringent on the back end. And there's something in the mid palate that I can't grab onto. It's there. It reminds me of something and I can't grab onto it. I would need more time with it. And it tastes a little bit hotter. Glass 2 tastes a little bit hotter than glass 1. Shit. Glass 1 is out of this world. Butterscotch bomb. You just popped a Werther's butterscotch in your mouth. That's what glass 1 is. Golly, that's good. And what I love about glass 1 is the texture of it. It's just really well rounded. Doesn't fight you. Glass 2 fought me a little bit. Glass 1 was super well rounded. So all right, let's see what we got, guys. Let's reveal the winner tonight is B. It is not the Barrels for Hope pick. It's the 21090 pick. And oh my gosh, guys, what a pick you guys did. That is fantastic. They're both fantastic, but there is a little bit when you do these back to back. I've never picked that up when I did it on my own, but there is a little bit of stringency on glass 2. But glass 2 is more concentrated. The flavors are more concentrated. It's just something on the mid palate that I couldn't put my finger on compared to glass 1. Still beautiful though. They're both so good, man. But I think I like the 21090 pick better than our Barrels for Hope pick. But they're both fantastic. I would not be sad about either of those. I think the price on those is like $50, and such good whiskey, man. Good Lord. So I don't know. I'll have to send 21090 a message and have them watch this. But their pick is really good. Nice job, guys. Nice job. All right, it's time to do our drawing, man. So when you guys, whoever wins these, send me a message at lance@barrelsforhope.com with your address, and we'll get these to you guys. First, let's do our Patreon drawing here. And let's see. Let me share this screen. This is for just a flight of what we did tonight, guys. All right. So I'm going to use random.org. We're going to randomize. And Fred wins a flight. I don't think Fred's in here tonight, but he usually is. So congratulations, Fred. I'll get a hold of you, send you a flight. All right. Let me stop sharing that. And thank you guys for tuning in, man. This has been fun tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still, Austin is still finishing, guys. So we had 12 super chats tonight. So thank you guys all. Again, it just helps me pay for shipping. Love being able to do this for you guys. The first one we are going to do is for the flight tonight. So I'll just ask Siri here. Siri, pick a number between 1 and 12. And picked 4. I think you guys can see that. So 4 and 4 is Top Dog. Top Dog, you are number 4. So congrats, man. I will send you a flight of tonight's tasting. So Top Dog, if you want to just shoot me a message at lance@barrelsforhope with your address, because I don't think I have that unless it's in Barrels for Hope Patreon, or I'm not sure. So send me a message, man. All right. Next, guys, this is the one I think you guys will be excited about. This is, let me get this out of the way. It's our Barrels for Hope Middle West Pumpernickel Rye. This is probably my surprise. Last year, my surprise distillery of the year was Hard Truth. This is my surprise distillery of the year so far. Middle West Pumpernickel Rye, 124 proof. Whoever gets this, trust me, it's going to blow your mind. You're going to love it. And if you don't love it, send it back to me, man, because it's fantastic. So let's see here who we got. Siri, pick a number between 1 and 12. And she came back with 9. And 9 is CPA whiskey. All right, man. Nice job. CPA whiskey getting the dark pumpernickel rye. So again, CPA, shoot me a message at lance@barrelsforhope.com. Give me your address and I will get these out to you guys. Let's see. Someone asked if they can be purchased. I'm not sure. Are you talking about Barrels for Hope picks? If you're talking about Barrels for Hope picks, no. The way Barrels for Hope works is we have a Patreon page. Due to the amazing partnership we have with A1 Liquors in Effingham, Illinois, we get barrels at cost, and then our members pay. We have 2 tiers in Barrels for Hope. The first tier is $65 a month. The second tier is $5 a month. The $65 tier a month members get 6 barrel picks a year that they don't have to pay for. It's included in their membership. And we ship those to them. And then all proceeds are donated back to charity. So we're a 501c3. We have 7 board members that are non-paid. We created this after my wife was diagnosed with cancer and beat cancer. We wanted to give back. So we started this charity organization where we give back. We do barrel picks and we give back all the proceeds to charity. Now, we try to pick barrel picks that are going to yield at least 147 bottles so that we can fulfill our membership. And then anything over that goes to our $5 tier members. So if you're in Barrels for Hope as a $5 tier member, you might have some bottles fall to you. And we just do those by randomizer. So we take everybody that wants a pick after the 147 bottles, and we do a randomizer when those come in. So we've got a 4 Roses barrel coming in. We're going to do a Starlight pick at our year-end event. We've got Elijah Craig Barrel Proof coming, Ben Holiday, Knob Creek. So we've got some really good picks coming. So if you want, you can go to Patreon, just search Barrels for Hope. You can join for $5 a month. That's my charity organization. I do all my barrel picks through that. So people ask if Whiskey Tornado does barrel picks. I don't want to make money on my barrel picks. So since I have such a good relationship with A1 Liquors, we just do everything for charity. That way I don't get anything. So, so let's see here. Let me catch up here on the chat. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free, or you can just go to barrelsforhope.com, our website. I think it's pretty explanatory. 21090 recently picked a Still Austin Cask Strength Rye. I've heard their ryes are really good. Temperature control. I don't know, CPA. I don't know what they do at 210 or at Still Austin. David, 21090 went to distillery and Nancy guided them to which barrels to try. Okay. So that we couldn't go. We were sent samples. So that makes a lot of sense. I feel better about picking 21090s now. I was sipping on Still Austin after golf league tonight. Nice. Yeah, man. They're doing some good stuff, man. Everybody telling congrats to Fred. David said crazy bottles tonight. Congrats to Top Dog. Oh, Terry's battery died. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Ray Warren really wanted that backup. I know, man. I know. Congrats, CPA. I had 2 of the Middle West and all gone. Damn, Gary, you drank both of those? It's such a good bottle. It's such a good bottle. Yeah, David said that pumpernickel is amazing. Yep. Our first year at Barrels for Hope, we did our first 6 picks were so fantastic that, when we started it, we're like, okay, we're not going to repeat picks. But then Elijah Craig, that founder's pick was so good, man. And it was our first one. We're like, we got to redo Elijah Craig since that was our first pick. And then the Nashville Barrel Company pick we did, people flipped over. So that's in a lot of channels, Bourbon of the Year right now. So that pick is ridiculous. And I want to do another Nashville Barrel Company pick because that destroyed the 4-gate pick we did. It is so good. And then I wouldn't mind doing another Middle West pick. It's just, they're so good. They're so good. We knocked it out of the park our first year. Mike B, will you be opening the $65 tier at some point? So we're sold out of $65 membership tiers. So basically what you do, what a lot of people have done is we have like 36 people in that $5 tier. And when someone drops out of the $65 tier, it's usually about one person every 6 weeks or so might fall out for whatever reason. You just have to be on top of the ball and watch for it. And because we have no control over Patreon. So we're trying to move away from Patreon. But when you see a spot open, you just jump in. That's the only way we can do it right now. Now, if a spot sits open for 3 or 4 days, I'll post in Patreon and say, hey, I'll post to just the $5 tier members and say, hey, just so you guys know, there's a $65 tier spot that opened. We had 2 of those earlier this week, and they were gone in 10 seconds once I sent that message out to the $5 tier members. So you just got to hop on it fast. Now, if you're in that $5 tier, you still have a very, very good shot of getting extra bottles. So I think everybody that wanted a dark arts pick got a dark arts pick in our $5 tier. Everybody that wanted Middle West Pumpernickel Rye got that. We've had several picks that everybody in there, it's not too big yet where you can't get bottles if you want bottles. So that's good. Top Dog email sent. Awesome. Cheers, CPA. Man, I'm glad you got a bottle. I am a CPA that works with many nonprofits. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Well, our treasurer is a CPA also. He's on our board for Barrels for Hope. So we have just a ridiculous board. Like, it was me, Joshua Stefan Whiskey, Dusty Dan, and then Joe Carter, who had started some nonprofits before that started this. And when it got going, we sold out memberships so fast, and it was at a point really quickly where the 4 of us couldn't handle it. We knew we needed some smart minds on our board. So we opened it up to our Barrels for Hope members to apply for, events coordinator, treasurer, and logistics officer. And the resumes we got were like, holy crap, why are we running this thing? The people that applied to volunteer for these positions were so smart and so qualified. And so we got them on board, and thank God we did. We did it early. Joe Carter, our president, is fantastic at looking ahead and seeing those kind of things, and brought all of them on board. And it took us a couple months, but we're a well-oiled machine now. It's going really well. We're going to hit all our goals. We're going to donate $40,000 to charity our first year. I think everybody that's involved has been super pleased with the picks we've done, and the shipping and all that kind of stuff, all the logistical things that can be nightmares. We managed to sidestep some landmines, and the first year went as good as I could have ever imagined. So, but it's all because of the board and all because of our Barrels for Hope members. You guys are amazing. So if you guys are in Barrels for Hope, thank you so much. Our year-end event is going to be one for the books, man. It's going to be pretty impressive. I'm really looking forward to it. Another 5 or 6 weeks. So, but cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mike. It was great talking to all you guys. I'm glad you guys all hopped on tonight. I wasn't sure after a 2-week hiatus, but love you guys very much. And looking forward to next week. We will talk to you guys soon. Cheers, everybody.